Welcome to the daily English news program on Azərbaycan Television with the most important events of the day. I'm your host, Seni. President İlham signed an executive order on some measures to continue the reconstruction of highways on the territory of Nizami district of Baku. According to the executive order, 3 million manas are allocated to Azərbaycan Avtomobil Yolları State Agency towards that end. President İlham signed a decree on some measures related to the improvement of management in the field of science and education. According to the decree, the Ministry of Education is named the Ministry of Science and Education of the Republic of Azerbaijan. The State Agency for Science and Higher Education and the State Agency for Preschool and General Education were established under the ministry. Some scientific institutions and organizations of the Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences, as well as other institutions, are made subordinate to the Ministry of Science and Education, and the National Museum of History of Azerbaijan, the National Museum of Azerbaijani Literature named after Nizami Ganjavi, and the Hüseyin Javid's House Museum, together with their properties, are made subordinate to the Ministry of Culture. By another decree of the head of state, the list of scientific institutions and organizations, as well as other institutions of Azerbaijan National Academy of Sciences under the Ministry of Science and Education was approved. The Ministry of Defense has dismissed the allegations about an armed incident in Khojavend district. According to the Defense Ministry, the information spread in the Armenian media that the units of the Azerbaijani army allegedly opened fire in the direction of the Gırmızı Bazar settlement of Khojavend region is a lie and does not reflect the reality. The Ministry of Defense also denied the information spread in the Armenian media about the firing by the units of our army in the direction of the positions of the opposing side on the Azerbaijan-Armenia state border, and said that these reports are misinformation. In accordance with the combat training plan for 2022, combat training classes were held in the tank crews of the Azerbaijan army at the combined armed training range. After overcoming minefields, natural and artificial obstacles, tank crews successfully accomplished the tasks on destroying the targets of an imaginary enemy, as well as anti-tank vehicles in motion and motionless states. The main attention during the classes was paid to increasing the combat readiness of tank units and improving the individual skills of the crews. The tendency to spread unfounded information about the army and misdirection of public opinion by the media outlets, social media users, as well as individual social network profiles was discussed with the participation of media experts and representatives of relevant state institutions. During the event organized on the initiative of the Press Council, it was stated that certain misconceptions about our victorious armed forces had been revealed in recent days. It was emphasized that such situations also affect the society. People who carry out media activities in one or another way and declare that they carry the mission of informing the society also take part in the formation of this trend, which serves to discredit the army. At the event, the inadmissibility of abuse of freedom of speech, the necessity of sensitive approach to the presentation of materials related to the army were emphasized. It was stated that the tendencies of society's disorientation not only contradict journalistic professionalism, but also entail legal responsibility, and this must be taken into account. The Baku session of the Youth Summit of the Non-Aligned Movement, with participation of representatives of more than 60 states, came to an end on July 28th.
The last day of the Baku session started with discussions, the final documents, mutual relations, intercultural dialogue, were the main themes of today. Speaking at the closing ceremony of the event, Minister of Foreign Affairs Ceyhun Bayramov said that the summit was an effective platform in terms of bringing the youth together, providing an opportunity for the discussion of serious topics by way of contributing to the dialogue among youth.
The uniqueness of NAM lies in the fact that despite their ideological, political, economic, social and cultural diversity, during its 60 years of existence, the NAM member states demonstrated ability to overcome differences and find a common ground for action that always led to mutual cooperation and the upholding of their shared values.
The summit attended by the youth representing 4 continents will conclude in Shusha on July 29th, and the discussions on the final documents will be approved in the cultural capital.
It has been very intensive. It hasn't been really easy, but I believe we'll come about an agreement. When I came, I found very interesting things. I found the city to be very beautiful itself. I found the people to be very hospitable, and I'm very much looking forward to going to Shusha to find out more about the culture and the heritage of the people of Azerbaijan.
Among the member countries of 120 non-aligned movement countries, 61 delegates were here in the summit. So we were talking about the youth entrepreneurship, youth leadership, and the youth role in the process of development and policy and decision-making process.
The organization of the Youth Summit of the Non-Aligned Movement in Baku, with the participation of more than 60 states, is regarded as an historical event. It should be noted that Azerbaijan will be chairing Non-Aligned Movement until the end of 2023.
Institutions and inter-organizational cooperation play an important role for the effectiveness of combating human trafficking. These views were voiced at the roundtable on combating human trafficking, actions and prospects, held on the occasion of July 30th, the World Day Against Trafficking in Persona. It was emphasized that measures of social protection and rehabilitation of victims of human trafficking play a significant role in the National Action Plan for 2020-2024 related to this field. As a result, Victim of Human Trafficking Assistance Center under the Social Services Agency provided social rehabilitation services to 326 citizens in the past period. The event also underlines the problems of minorities. It was reported that this year 13 children were deliberately excluded from education. When such cases are detected, appropriate measures are taken by the institutions. The conference continued with discussions. Trans-Adriatic Pipeline Consortium will announce a tender for the purchase of gas on August 1st. The gas to be purchased will be used to provide operational activity, including the fueling of the compressor stations. It should be noted that Azerbaijani gas started being delivered to consumers in Italy, Greece and Bulgaria via tap on December 31st, 2020. During the past period, 12 billion cubic meters of gas were transitioned to Europe via pipeline, 10 billion cubic meters of which were part to Italy and billion cubic meters to Greece and Bulgaria. That was all for the day. Thank you for being with us and see you next time.